What's up guys, welcome back to Finance to Fly. My name is Luke and I'm here to help you elevate your travel while minimizing your spending. Welcome back to a new episode of Travel Rewards Weekly What's New, where we discuss all the things that happened over the last week in the points and miles space. So all the new sign-up bonuses, transfer bonuses, stuff like that. I hope you all are having a great start to your advent season, and now let's jump into the news. This week for the sign-up bonuses, we only got one new elevated sign-up bonus, and it's pretty interesting. It's from the Frontier Airlines credit card, and it's a massive 100,000 mile sign-up bonus. It's a two-part sign-up bonus. So the first part comes in, you'll earn 50,000 miles after $500 spent in the first 90 days and paying the annual fee. This is the normal sign-up bonus for it, but from now until January 31st, you have an extra opportunity if you hold a different airline card. Say you have an American or a United or a Delta, a personal card. I'm not sure about business card, but if you hold one of those, you're able to verify online that you hold one of those, and any application taken between December 3rd, 2024 and January 31st, 2025 makes you eligible for an extra 50,000 miles after 3,000 spent in the first 6 months or 180 days. I think this is an incredible opportunity. I mean, that's 100,000 miles for 3,000 spent. It's Frontier. I get it. It's Frontier, but still, that's a pretty good offer, especially if you're able to take advantage of the extra 50,000 miles after spending, especially if you have another airline card. I was looking around to try to figure out how to value Frontier miles. I really don't bother for them, but from what I was looking around, I could see they can be anywhere from 1 cent to 1.5 cents per point, which is pretty good. So that means that sign-up bonus is $1,000 to $1,500. I was also looking at like award rates and how that works. They range from anywhere from 5,000, 10,000, 15, 20, 25, 30,000, I think is the highest. Maybe 40,000 might be, but pretty much that sign-up bonus should be able to get you 3 different round-trip flights within the US. I know for myself, I looked because Cleveland is a Frontier hub. They have a lot of extra flights out of Cleveland that I like. Specifically, I looked at 3 different cities, San Juan and Puerto Rico. I looked at Cancun, and then I looked at Vegas. They all have 3 direct flights there. If I were to get this sign-up bonus, I would be able to pay for all 3 of those with the card and then still have about 5,000 to 10,000 points left over. Not to mention their taxes and fees are pretty low for the most part within the US. I think Mexico, they increase it just probably because the transfer border or whatnot. Not to mention the card comes with a perk so that some of those fees are waived. So that's another bonus. And then another part of the bonus was, I was looking at the card, and you'll get a $100 flight voucher if you spend $2,500 in a year. So that means you'll get another $100 flight voucher if you're getting all 100,000 of these points. It is a $99 annual fee, so that kind of offsets it. You'll have to fly another time in Frontier, but still, I mean, that's pretty good. You also get Gold Elite status, which will get you 1 free carry-on, some seating choice, and some carry-on bags. So it really lowers the cost of flying with Frontier, so you don't have to pick the $60 to $100 bundle per way. That's pretty good for bonus no matter what. And I really am surprised about this sign-up bonus. I mean, it offers a lot of value. Even if you only get it to fly Frontier those 3 times, it is Frontier. Look, I get it. They don't have customer service. It's non-existent. You're SOL if you get stranded somewhere. If you live in a Frontier hub or they have some good flights that go to places you want to go, I would recommend the sign-up bonus. Yes, there is downside. It's Frontier, right? It's Frontier. But if you can limit it to a non-stop flight somewhere, so like from Cleveland to San Juan is direct, from Cleveland to Cancun is direct, from Cleveland to Vegas it's direct. If you can limit to a non-stop direct flight with them, it limits the amount of chances you're able to be stranded in one of your cities that you're laying over, especially because that can happen a lot easier with Frontier. If you're flying non-stop with them, I don't see why not. You'll either get stranded at your home or you'll get stranded at your destination. Obviously, you don't want that happening, but hey, if it has to happen, I think that's better than getting stranded in a layover airport that you're in the middle of nowhere or whatnot, and you have to now pay for another flight or something. Overall, stick to non-stop direct flights with Frontier. If you do take this card, I think that's the best recommendation I can do, but this sign-up bonus should be on your radar, especially if you got some good Frontier flights from your home airport. So that was all for sign-up bonuses. We're gonna move on to some transfer bonuses, and there was a bunch that was released this week. The first 2 new transfer bonuses come from Amex. The first is going to be a 40% bonus to Virgin Atlantic, and the second is going to be a 25% bonus to JetBlue. I think the 40% bonus was kind of to compete with Chase because they just recently had that for about a month and a half. And then the 25% on JetBlue, you know, it makes the deal better. I mean, JetBlue is transferred at a 0.8 to 1 ratio, so for every 1,000 points you're transferring, you're getting 1,800 points in JetBlue miles. So that bonus evens it out to be a 1-to-1 ratio. I don't think that's good enough to be able to transfer to JetBlue. Still, if you had to and you were needing to, I think it's a good opportunity. These do end December 31st though of this year. Chase also launched 3 new sign-up bonuses. They all expire January 15th. The first, it's going to be 20% to Air Canada's Aeroplan. The next is going to be 20% to Air France and KLM's Flying Blue program. And the third is going to be 70% bonus to IHG. I think that the Air Canada and the Air France and /KLM's, both those bonuses are pretty good and they're kind of standard for those programs. I think it's a great opportunity if you do have a trip coming up in Europe or somewhere where you're going to have to use those points to take advantage of that. They are good offers. They give you those extra points that you need. On the other hand, IHG, I think that's a really bad offer. I'm not going to lie. Kind of standard value for IHG points is around 0.5 cents per point to 3/4 of a cent per point. If you value it at 3/4 of a cent per point and you give it a 100% bonus, you're only getting up to the value the Sapphire Reserve can provide to the travel portal, and you can still get more value out of your points just without a transfer bonus to other airlines and stuff like that. So I would not recommend transferring here, because with Chase points you can get that minimum 1.25 to 1.5 cents per point in the travel portal depending on what card you have. Quickly, while I got you here, if you could hit that like and subscribe button, it would be greatly appreciated. It only takes you 2 to 3 seconds and it doesn't cost you anything. Really helps out the channel. Now back to the video. Now for some more exciting news, and we're going to keep up with the Frontier theme for this week. They are introducing a first-class product on their planes. This won't be implemented until late 2025, so realistically you probably won't fly on a Frontier airplane with first class until 2026, something like that. But still, it's nice to see that they're looking at the premium option. There will only be 4 seats. The seats are on the screen now, what they look like. 4 seats in front of the plane. I wonder how they're going to price this compared to other seats and what they're going to do. I hope they have a lot more cushion than what the other seats do, because those are like plastic chairs, even worse than plastic chairs to be honest. But either way, if you combine the card offer that was from before, this first class offering, and some good routes from your home city, I think Frontier can make an excellent candidate for being your airline choice for 2026 to 2027. Depends on how good that first class is. I mean, and obviously you gotta know that you're not getting any customer service. So as long as you're okay with no customer service, but paying for cheap flights and sitting on crappy airline seats, then yeah, I mean, put Frontier up there on the list. Now for some more exciting news. Last Thursday when I was uploading Travel Rewards Weekly, I uploaded around 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, the day of uploading. Then about an hour or 2 later, it came out that Citi was partnering with American Airlines to take over Barclays' side of the credit cards. Of course, I had already uploaded and edited that video, so I couldn't do much to edit it, but still, I wanted to share it with you guys. So if you didn't hear already, Citi and American Airlines have come to an agreement, Citi to take over Barclays' portion of the credit cards offerings of American Airline credit cards. So now in the near future, you will not have 2 different types of American Airline cards. They will all just come from Citi. There will not be any from Barclays Bank. This is set to start ramping up in 2026. There's not much news about it, just other than it's happening, which was a lot of speculation over the last couple months. I know I touched about it on 2 Travel Rewards Weeklies over the last couple months. I know I made a video about the Citi Stratum Premier where I kind of talked about the rumor a little bit, but overall this is pretty exciting for the credit card game, especially those who hold Citi, and that's where I want to let you know. So all good things come to an end, and one of that good thing, and some of those good things are being able to double dip on American Airlines cards for extra points. Right now, at the current time of this recording, you can get 2 American Airlines cards in the same day, earn around 120 to 145,000 points with only about $3,000 to $4,000 spend, depending on which card you get. What am I saying? Well, obviously you've heard, if you've been watching the videos in the past, the American Airlines Aviator Red Card from Barclays. You sign up for that right now. It's 70,000 points after 1 purchase in the first 90 days and paying off the annual fee. The other cards from Citi, you earn 50 to 70,000 points depending on what card you get. So if you get the higher end card, you'll get that 70,000 miles. If you get the lower end card, you'll get the 50,000 miles. Usually that's as an elevated offer. But say you take that lower end card, you'll get 50,000 miles after like $3,000 or $4,000 spent in the first 3 months. So pretty much you're getting around 120 to 140,000 miles of American Airlines miles, which are pretty good for just opening 2 cards from different banks, and I think this is going to go away rather quickly. This is a great opportunity to double dip. I would recommend looking at it if you have the opportunity to, and you do like flying American Airlines. I specifically like flying their award class because they're in an award chart and pretty easy to use, and there's no taxes and fees. Well, I mean $5-6, but that's great compared to $200-300 you can get with other carriers. I personally myself tried this back in September. I got the American Airlines Aviator Red Card from Barclays for 70,000 miles, and then the next day I tried to apply for Citi's card, got denied. Oh well, but it was nice that I was able to get this. Hopefully I'll be able to get that Citi card later in this year or whatnot, but still, definitely would recommend if you can and you know what you're doing, double dip. It would be great to stack up those points pretty easily. Last thing about this, it will make the Citi Strata Premier worth a lot more because they did mention that Citi and American Airlines want to get closer together. You can only hope that it becomes a transfer partner over the next 2 years with Citi thank you points to American Airlines miles. Fingers crossed it would be 1-to-1, but it might be 5-to-4, 3-to-2, something like that. We don't know those details. We don't know if that's happening, but it could happen. But I guess the one downside with this is Citi is kind of like the Frontier Airlines of credit cards. You know, they give you a good offering, but the customer service is non-existent. I've heard stories online. My friend has told me stories about how the customer service is terrible. Hopefully they can fix that because this is a great offering for them. This great opportunity to bring people into their ecosystem, show them that, hey, maybe our customer service isn't that bad. It's a great opportunity for them to grow, and I would definitely take advantage of that if I were them and figure their customer service aspect out. But hopefully next year I'll be applying for the Citi Strata Premier. I'll let you know how the customer service goes. It's once I get under the 5-and-24 rule, because I want to get some chase cards before that. Either way, make sure you know what you're doing before you're applying for these cards, and make sure you take advantage of these offers if you can. But wrapping things up, what did you think? Are you going to take advantage of the Frontier 100,000 point offer? Are you going to take advantage of any of the American Airlines offerings? Maybe that double dip opportunity? Are you going to use any of the transfer bonuses? What are your thoughts on this new Citi American Airlines partnership? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you could hit that like and subscribe button, it would be greatly appreciated. Until next time, have a great day.